But so go get it if you want it. I can't stop, gotta keep going. I'm the kid, baby, you know it. Get the ticket so you can.
Breaking news, as most of you probably already seen, they didn't gave R. Kelly 30 years in jail. Oh my God. They gave that man 30 years in jail. Now, if you are watching my channel, you probably, he deserves it, he's a monster, all this stuff, right? You probably saying. And then my spiritual people looking at it like, yo, these people just crushed him, because we know it's more behind the story, you know. And it's the reason why I got Bill Cosby with him, because they did the same thing to him. But it's like they really roofed, or like it's something they wanted him to do, or he was trying to do, that really pissed these people off. Because we all know that R. Kelly sold it, so like we're not gonna act like he didn't, you know. So for these girls and all these people to come out decades later, and for these people to put so much value on what they're saying after they come out decades, you know it's something up. Like, they do it with so many celebrities. But what I want to key in is how they talk about him, and I think her name is Ghislaine Maxwell, or Ghislaine Maxwell, something like that. We know the girl that messed with Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. So I want you to look at the words in these articles of how they talk about these people, and how he got more time than her, and just how they use words of him compared to her. And she was really with a monster, and she was really a part of many celebrities doing this. Okay, like let's not act slow here. She was with many celebrities at Epstein Island. She wasn't the only one. She was the one of hundreds out there. Okay, she just was the one that they made take the fall for it, instead of, because they know if they would have made the light on so many celebrities, people wouldn't trust them no more. People wouldn't trust celebrities because they're like, dang, all these celebrities out there, who else is out there? You know, so they only pointed to one person. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this, all right? So it said R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison. Look at it. It said Kelly preyed upon children and young women for his own sexual gratification for decades, prosecutors have said. It says Donnelly minced no words as she threw the book at once beloved performer. You were a person who had great advantages. Well, listen to this. Worldwide fame and celebrity and untold money. She said you took advantage of their hopes and dreams, holding teenagers in your house trapped. You were at the top of your organization and you raped and beat them, separated them from their families, and forced them to do unspeakable things. So they're acting like, right, he's just a monster. He ties them up in the crib. You gonna do what I tell you, right? This the picture they painting of him. They crushing him, right? We know R. Kelly, one of the best R&B, hands down, you know what I'm saying, men in the game ever. So they like try to crush this man's whole image, him being connected with anybody, endorsements, music being played. This is what they do to our people. This is what they do. Now, look how they, you see how they just mentioned him. Look how they mentioned the other girl. Hold on, let's switch to her. And the accuser of Ghislaine Maxwell even said that they were raping her multiple times a day. Multiple times a day. This girl said she was getting raped. She said 3 times a day. But they didn't make this Maxwell woman look like a monster. Watch it. Look, let's read this. Annie Farmer, who accused Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell of groping her when she was 16 years old, and Wednesday, that hearing Maxwell's prison sentence gave her tremendous relief. Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison on Tuesday for helping Epstein sexually abuse underage girls for at least a decade. Now, do you think she was the only one? This man a whole gazillionaire. You think she was the only one? No, right? They just threw her under the bus. But look at the wording they're using. They're not calling her a monster. They're not saying that nothing, right? Look at this. It was very intense day emotionally, Farmer told CBS Mornings on Wednesday, but it was also a tremendous relief to hear that sentence read and to know that she's going to be spending the majority of her life behind bars for the crime she committed. You still ain't see no monster words, nothing extra. Farmer told jurors last year that she accepted an invitation to Epstein's New Mexican ranch in 1996 with the hopes that Maxwell and the financier will help her with academic endeavors. She said Maxwell's presence made her believe that she would be safe with Epstein. Instead, Farmer said Maxwell's massaged her upper breast and Epstein climbed into bed with her without her permission. See how he said massaged her, climbed into bed? They're using nice words. Now, let's jump back over to Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You raped and beat them and forced them to do unspeakable things. They not speaking in this type of language. You know what I'm saying? But, she said she scolded Kelly wearing color in prison. So they basically, and this is nothing compared to everything you probably seen on the news about R. Kelly, right? They just making him seem like he was a straight predator. Mind you, the man was rich, right? It only takes one person. They're trying to like R. Kelly was so powerful, person wouldn't say nothing. It can't be that too powerful. Y'all just took this man and destroyed him. He couldn't have been that powerful. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to over here and listen to what this girl says.
For 20 years yesterday for helping Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse underage girls. Now, Maxwell was convicted of 5 charges, including child sex trafficking, recruiting, and grooming underage girls between 1994 and 2004.
Recruiting and grooming. Nice words. If it was R. Kelly, it would have been monster, raped, and tortured, and abandoned, abused, and beaten. Yeah, they use all type of words, but let's...
Annie Farmer, we're happy to say, is one of the survivors who testified at the trial. She says she was just 16 when she met Epstein and Maxwell and was groped by both of them. Farmer testified that Maxwell's presence made her think that she'd be safe around Epstein. And Annie Farmer joins us in studio. Annie, I'm so glad to see you in person. Really glad you're here. I was thinking about you yesterday. Tell us what the day was like for you, how you felt.
Okay, so I'm going to skip to the part where
she was sentenced.
She was outside, if they have it. Let me see. I don't know where it went. It was on here. Jeez, I wanted y'all to see that one. It was a video. Is this it? Oh, this can't be it. Hold on. Here it is, right here.
Mission Control, we are go for launch.
All right, so this is the video about to play right here. Listen to this girl who is allegedly a victim. Watch the words she say. Now you're gonna tell me she told them that they was doing this to her and they didn't make them look like animals, but when it come to us, you know what I'm saying? They gonna make us look the worst. And there's so many just bots out there that go along with it. They tear us down right with them, go right along with they plan, you know what I'm saying, instead of trying to look to see the truth. But let's keep going.
Prison for her role in Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking ring. Trinity Chavez has more on the verdict from New York.
Survivors arrived at the Manhattan Federal Courthouse to face Ghislaine Maxwell and tell the court how her abuse impacted them.
Just to have my voice and for Ghislaine to hear what I have to say is liberating.
Tuesday, a judge sentenced the former British socialite to 20 years in prison for helping her longtime confidant, Jeffrey Epstein, abuse girls as young as 14. Among them, Annie Farmer, who told the court Maxwell at one point fondled her breasts at Epstein's New Mexico ranch.
Maxwell and Epstein were predators who were able to use that power and privilege to harm countless individuals.
Today showed us that individuals can be held accountable irrespective of power and privilege.
Maxwell delivered her own statement, saying she empathized with the victims, adding that Epstein fooled
for the crimes that she.
I'm trying to fast forward it to the part. Thought I would have been seen it already.
roughly 5 years in prison. Trinity Chavez, CBS News, New York.
On to politics.
Okay, so that was not it. It was the girl that was talking in the beginning, but I just didn't see the clip for some reason. But just back to the whole situation. Now, do I agree with the actions that R. Kelly did? No, I don't. Honestly, I can't tell you what the man did because none of us really know, because these wenches just came out 20 years later talking about, oh, I remember he touched me in 97 on you. Listen, when somebody takes that long to say something, the value in what they're saying goes down here. You dig what I'm saying? Just you on a personal level, somebody told you something 20 years ago. They could have been told you 20 years ago. But they waited till another person came out. I'm going to come out too. Which it's not saying it's impossible. But it's pretty, we know how the news and stuff works. Let's stop being dumb. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what the man did. But 30 years, that's a minute. And he already old. Yeah, he going to check out. He going to check out in there. What I just don't like is how they turned all our people against somebody that we truly liked in our community, off some things that girl saying from 20 years ago. I don't trust them. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't trust none of their faces on there. We know these motherfuckers can be paid, lying, anything. You know what I'm saying? But they did him and my boy, another icon, he's right above me with R. Kelly, but I forget his name. But it's just crazy how they did them. You know what I'm saying? Turned everybody against them, and they'd do it to anybody. And as the girl said on the news, she allowed them out. This just goes to show it doesn't matter how powerful you are, you can be took. That's a lie. That's a lie. Why do you think they ain't got Hillary and all them on TV and Obama and them, and we know what they was doing with the piece of stuff? They ain't got that splattered all over the news, do they? They ain't got all that on there. You know what I'm saying? They ain't telling y'all why all the CEOs and stuff had stepped down from them big companies during the pandemic and stuff. They ain't telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right before the pandemic actually happened. I believe it was February of 2020 or something like that. But man, my whole thing on the whole situation, you know what I'm saying? If he did it, he deserved to be behind bars. If he didn't do it, it's a messed up situation. But that girl that was with Epstein, in my opinion, deserves longer time than them, because they use R. Kelly as if he trafficked women when he did not traffic women. They're just trying to say he messed with underage girls and things of that nature. But with Ghislaine Maxwell, they were actually trafficking people. Like, y'all know what real trafficking is. They just use the term trafficking if you're messing with someone younger, like in that situation. But yeah, man. Let me know, comment below. Let me know what you think. But damn, they gave that man 30 years. And people will tear you down. They'll tear you down. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. You already know who it is. It's the kid.
Hey, hey. She said she go anywhere for the kid.